Is your small business missing a critical piece of technology? In this video, I'm going to help you understand the benefits of managed IT services for your small business and how it can keep you on top of all things IT. Hello, and welcome to this video series that helps you navigate critical IT decisions and use IT services to your advantage. I'm Justin Eckstein, and I bring about 2 decades of IT experience to the table, about half of which has been spent in managed IT services. I've had quite a few conversations with small and medium businesses that had a hard time identifying whether managed IT services even made sense for them to pursue. In today's episode, we're going to break it down so that you can make the right decision for your business. Let's dive right in with covering one of the primary benefits of managed IT services, and that would be cost efficiency. I remember years ago, I was talking to a small business owner about whether they should look at hiring their own internal IT person or they should instead investigate using a managed IT service provider. We broke down all the differences, but the thing that they couldn't look away from at the end of the day was the price. After you account for the salary, benefits, and the fact that you really only have one person with limited bandwidth and expertise, managed IT services was a no-brainer for that small business owner and for a lot of small business owners out there. It's that way for most small businesses, and in most cases, a small business can partner with a managed IT provider for a fraction of the cost of just one full-time employee, while gaining the benefits of and all the expertise and technology behind the scenes as well. Another key consideration is that in most cases, managed IT services are packaged in a predictable and subscription-based pricing model that's really easy to budget for. It's also generally easier to avoid unexpected repair costs when you have a team of technology professionals caring for your environment rather than just one person. At the end of the day, you kind of know what you know. And one other key benefit that's closely related to cost efficiency is the ability for scalability and flexibility. If you think about hiring an internal team to support your technology, it's very hard to size it right. Early on, that person might not have a whole lot to do for a small organization. And then as your organization grows, that person can quickly become overwhelmed, leaving your business in kind of a bind. We see it all the time. Things were working great, and then suddenly a business experiences success and they simply just can't keep up with their own technology needs. They're just kind of overwhelmed. They don't know what to focus on. They're trying to fix a fire over here and put out a different fire over here. In the managed IT services model, the cost and complexity of the services can easily scale with the business. A small business might have very different support and technological needs than one with 3 times as many employees. So as your business grows, you can be confident that your needs will be met when partnering with a team of technology experts. Probably one of the most underrated aspects of the impact that a managed IT provider can have on a small business is how the right IT partner can truly allow a business to focus on their own strategic goals rather than the technology issues that arise. I recently had a conversation with the owner of a law firm, and this person seemed to know every technology acronym under the sun. It was kind of ridiculous, honestly. I asked her how she knew so much about this terminology when her field was law, and she said that she had to learn it because she went through a data breach, and her tech team that she had simply wasn't getting the job done. I couldn't help but think about the amount of time that this person spent learning about all these technology things and how a good and trusted partner could have removed all of that from her plate. She had to hurt her business in order to help it, and that's just completely backwards. A good managed IT service provider will take the day-to-day technology issues off of your plate and will help you strategize and use technology to your advantage. Things like strategic business reviews and budgetary timelines will help you take the worry and time out of the equation so that you can put your effort elsewhere. This leads into my next point. By partnering with a managed IT service provider, your business will have access to expertise in technology that you simply wouldn't have access to otherwise. I recently was attending a bunch of high school graduation parties and had a conversation with an aspiring technology professional that asked me what I would do if I was to start all over again. And my answer was that I would personally want to work for a managed IT provider as early as possible. And the reason being for that is that at an MSP, you are exposed to so many more complex issues, different kinds of environments, technologies, and business cases. You really kind of see it all. You learn probably 10 times as much in the same amount of time, just simply because of what you're exposed to, rather than being in the same thing over and over again in one smaller business. And that then gets leveraged by a small business when they partner with a managed IT firm. So that expertise can then be leveraged by a small business. And rather than having one IT person on staff that only knows what they know, you have access to an entire team of people that have seen things across hundreds of businesses and scenarios. They've performed migrations dozens of times that a normal small business might only have to do once in the entire lifespan of their business. So having that red phone, as you will, to call it's really hard to look past. And when it comes to technology, oftentimes you can leverage enterprise grade technology at a reduced cost because of the shared licensing model. And in some cases, you can access technology that otherwise would have simply been out of reach for your small business. That could be because of the pricing model, or maybe because of the skill set that would have taken to support that technology. It just kind of unlocks all of that for your small business. And then last, but certainly not least, a key benefit for a small business when leveraging a managed IT service provider would have to be the enhanced cybersecurity and compliance capabilities. I have had the misfortune of talking with dozens of small businesses that have endured data breaches. Some of them are no longer in business, unfortunately. In today's day and age, having proper cybersecurity measures in place, it's a must-have, and it's becoming increasingly hard to stay on top of. When you think about using an internal IT staff, you have to also understand that they can only do so much at once. If they're helping someone with an issue, then that's time that they're spending not keeping an eye on your cybersecurity at the same time. Or maybe, the performance of your network. A managed IT service provider allows you to have fractional access to all sorts of monitoring capabilities and borrow just the right amount of time that you need for your business. So going from single-threaded to multi-threaded capabilities for monitoring and securing alone is a huge benefit. Then we also have to think about the fact that the bad guys out there aren't just working a 9 to 5. They're working around the clock to try and get to your data. And how does an internal staff really combat that effectively? The answer is that you simply have to utilize an external partner to keep an eye on your data 24/7, 365. And for a small business, this is an example of a need that can really only be met by using an outsourced pool of resources. Managed IT service providers have multiple solutions available, like a 24/7 cybersecurity firm and offering that are otherwise hard for small businesses to completely manage. And the depth and breadth of attacks that managed IT providers see, they can help provide a window into what your business needs in order to protect itself. The key takeaway today is understanding that the benefits to managed IT services can be a little different for each business, but at the end of the day, there are multiple layers that include cost effectiveness, breadth of experience, scalability, and enhanced security capabilities. Thanks for watching today's video. For an in-depth look at how managed IT services can help your business, click the link in the description.